Good morning. It's Saturday. It's a very exciting Saturday. Today is an awesome day. Welcome to Cindy's Kitchen. If you are new, if you're just joining us, go ahead and follow us. And if you hit the notification buttons, then every time we come on, you will get a notification and it'll ding and you'll say, oh, it's time for Cindy's Kitchen. We start every day, Monday through Saturday at 11 o'clock. The only day we don't do Cindy's Kitchen is on Sundays because even Cindy's Kitchen needs to rest. So welcome. Hello, Carol. Good to see you. Good morning, Julie. If you are a continued watcher, we're glad you're here. Welcome and good morning. Hello, Julie, and hello, Joanne. Good to see you guys. Have you had your coffee? It's 11 o'clock. You should be finished with your coffee. Unless you slept in. Did you sleep in because it's Saturday morning? Good morning, sunshine. It is a gorgeous day here. Gorgeous, Joanne. I'm telling you, awesome day. And my coffee is good. I have on my chef's coat that my wonderful hubby bought me. It's good. It's all good. My hair is not in my face, and you know that has been bugging me. I haven't decided whether I like the haircut or not because it kept falling in my face and I'm doing all this. But I think maybe it's at a point where I'm okay because now it's not like doing this thing. So I may decide that I like the haircut. So we shall see about the haircut. Today is National, in case you were curious, thank you. Diane slept in. Well, that's okay. Good morning, Michelle. Today is National Yo-Yo Day. I know. Are these the silliest? At least we haven't hit National Talk Like a Pirate Day, because I have a hard time talking like a pirate. Arrgh. But that being said, today is National Yo-Yo Day. Watch, I'm not good with yo-yos, so we'll just go down. Ready? Yeah. See, I can't make it. Oh, it went back up a little bit. Hold on. Come back up. Rise. No. Okay, we'll try one more time. I mean, it is National Yo-Yo Day. I should be able to get one good one out of it, right? I am not good with the yo-yo. When I was younger and yo-yos were the thing, I could do all the little tricks. Could you do all the little tricks? Well, I could. And hair's cute, thank you. Great weather in Michigan, good to hear. Good morning, Judy. Yes, Sandy, it is an awesome day. Awesome day. Okay, you ready? Here we go, we'll try again. Down, up, I did it, yay, down, up. Okay, well, there you go. National Yo-Yo Day, and I have wound the yo-yo. Very exciting. I know, you were like, I got up for this. This is what I got up for. I could be working in the yard. I could be doing something exciting. And instead, you're watching me try to do the yo-yo. Okay. Very exciting day today. Very exciting. I woke up. It was a beautiful day. The sun is shining. My coffee is lovely. I feel okay. There's no, I still have stuff, right? There's still stuff I don't like. There's still aches and pains. But I've decided this morning is the most awesome day. And so I decree it. It shall be. Let's get started, shall we? What's cooking on Cindy's Kitchen today? Well, let me tell you what's cooking on Cindy's Kitchen today. We are going to start with a casserole. I know you're going, casserole, Cindy. That's such a dated concept. My family's not doing casseroles. Okay. When I was growing up, this casserole has a name, but I've punched it up. It's a punched up. This casserole had a name. It may still, but I grew up going to church, right? In smaller churches. And this particular casserole was called funeral casserole. Does anybody know what funeral casserole is? I'll give you some time. Now, if you ever grew up in a church where there was potlucks all the time, either on particular Sundays or after church or after a funeral or something like that, you know that there were 12,000 different kinds of casseroles. And that's pretty much what everybody brought because it was easy to put together. It fed a lot of people. Everybody had a 9x13. Of course, back then it was all Pyrex stuff, right? Good morning, Diane. And so everybody brought a casserole. So I grew up knowing 12,000 different casseroles. So I don't know if you do, but does anybody know what? Oh, there you go. Joanne nailed it. Funeral potatoes, right. It was either called funeral casserole or funeral potatoes. And funeral potatoes was one of my, it's the potato one. Yes, Stephanie, right. Good morning, David Bivens. Good to see you. Funeral potatoes. It is awesome. It was one of my favorite casseroles. And you know what? It is awesome all by itself. That being said, you know me, lazy Cindy, right? Yummy, quick, easy. If you make funeral potatoes or funeral casserole, good morning, Nina, good to see you. Then that means that you have to make something else because funeral potatoes is a side dish. Okay, that being said, I could eat funeral potatoes as the main course. However, your family probably disagrees and they want some meat or a veggie, right? So I have pumped up funeral potatoes, and it's gonna be an all-in-one. I think you're gonna like it. Pumped up. Good morning, Susan. Good to see you. So we're gonna start with the big old bowl, the bob. Or you could be naughty and say the bab, but I'm not going. Big old bowl, mixing bowl. You need a big old bowl. And a spoon or spatula, okay? So let's get started. The basic recipe is gonna be very similar to the one you know. We're just gonna pump it up with some more stuff, and you're gonna love it. Good morning, Christy. Good to see you. It is all sunshiny day. We're gonna start with 8 ounces of sour cream. 8 ounces is a cup, remember? So just dump that into your big old bowl, okay? 8 ounces. Yum, sour cream makes everything better, doesn't it? Okay, then we're gonna need some butter in just a little bit. So if I was doing this, as I was going, I would get a stick of butter, no, 2 sticks of butter, because we need a whole cup. I would get 2 sticks of butter, put it in a bowl, stick it in the microwave. There you go. Or you can put it on the stovetop, whatever floats your boat. 1 can, what is this? This is 10.5, and I think that's pretty standard, of cream of chicken soup. Use any brand you so desire. This is a store-bought brand. I don't understand, you know, I probably need to look it up. There's probably some rule or something. You know, on a lot of cooking shows, they take the label off the can, or they cover it up, or they don't say it. Is there a rule that you're not supposed to say their names? I mean, it's not like they're giving me any money or anything, so I don't understand why that's a big deal. Does anybody know? I'm just curious. Hey, Nell, good morning. Now, to this, because it's condensed soup and I'm adding more stuff, this is something different, okay? So this is where I'm veering off my recipe. Now we're gonna add in 1/3 of a cup of half and half, right? Half and half. 1/3 of a cup. If you don't have half and half, you can use milk. I just like the half and half because it makes it a little richer. Rich, yummy things. Okay, I'm stirring that in. And remember, it's a condensed soup. Do you eat condensed soup all by itself? You're not supposed to. You're supposed to add water to it because otherwise it's either too salty or too thick and icky. I think it's the reason all the people who had never tasted split pea soup didn't like it because it was like gross. It looked like dog food or something. Sue Armstrong is on. You guys, I'm asking a big, huge favor from all of you that are watching. Please pray for my friend Sue. She had a stroke and she's in the hospital right now. She's watching us from the hospital. Sue, we are all praying for a speedy recovery for you. So I hope you heal well. Good morning, Melissa, my favorite vet in the whole world. Legal issues with copyrights. Oh, but I'm not selling anything. Okay, well, if I get in trouble, so be it. So be it. Okay, hold on. All right, so now, everything is the same, except I've added the half and half. Now I'm gonna mix it up. I'm gonna add a tablespoon of minced onion. Now, you don't have minced onion, you can use onion powder. You can go a little further and dice up an onion and saute it in the pan, but that's more work that I just don't have time for. Thank you guys for praying for Sue. I appreciate it. All right, so 1 tablespoon. We're gonna do a tablespoon of minced onion. Okay, so what is the difference then between the minced onion and the onion powder? So the minced onion is dried, right? Dried little pieces of onion. The onion powder would then take this and then puree it like to dust or a powder, right? And that's how we get onion powder. If you're using onion powder, a little bit more concentrated, so only use a teaspoon. But because we're using the flakes, we're gonna use a whole tablespoon. So yum, you need some onion flavor in there. And the original recipe called for putting like onion in there, but there you go. I'm gonna add, cause you know I have to, right? There has to be some garlic in here. So I'm using a teaspoon. I know, only a teaspoon, Cindy? Yes, only a teaspoon, cause I don't wanna mess it up too much. A teaspoon of garlic powder, remembering that if in your kitchen it has garlic salt, be careful, because you know, you don't want everything too salty. And then the last thing I'm adding is a teaspoon. You knew this was gonna come up, right? Good morning. My smoked paprika, I don't know. If you haven't bought it yet, if you haven't tried it, you really ought to. I'm using a teaspoon. Well, hold on. Gotta shake it out of there. A teaspoon of smoked paprika. Oh. It has the best, I almost got a tablespoon. It has the best flavor. Oh, it's just smoky goodness. It is awesome. If you've never tried smoked paprika, I highly, highly recommend it. Good morning, Jamie. Good to see you. All right, give that a stir because we want all of our spices that are dried, right, to get into the wet so it will rehydrate and all of the yummy flavor will come out. So exciting. Okay, so that just looks like nothing right now, right? Okay, but now we're adding all the good stuff. All the good stuff, I say. Gotta get my scissors. We will start with hash brown potatoes. Let's talk about hash brown potatoes, shall we? Can I talk about hash brown potatoes? There we go. I have some hash brown potato history for you, because you knew I would, right? The full name, well, let's see, the full name. Because you knew that hash brown potatoes was not its original, good morning, Jamie, name. The full name of this golden perfection was hashed brown potatoes. In other words, it had an ED on the end. Or hashed browned tomatoes, potatoes. So 2 EDs, right? ED, potatoes. Hash is a derivative from the French word hasher. You got to get that throaty thing going. Hasher, right? Which means to hack or chop. So we have hacked potatoes, hacked brown, chopped brown. And so obviously can't get more literal than that. The very first time that hashed browned potatoes were ever mentioned was in 1888 by an American food author, Maria Parloa. So there you go, some history. And the name, of course, became hash brown potatoes over time because, you know what, we're lazy. We shorten everything. I can't believe you didn't hold up the paprika for us to smell. Rude. Christy, you're right. I am so sorry. There we go. Smell yummy paprika. Yum. Okay, there you go. You got to smell it. Love the history lessons. I do too. I just think you should know stuff. Now, bite-sized hash browns are typically small, cylindrical, I can't even say it, cylindrical dumplings, which are called, in the U.S., tater tots. Everybody loves tater tots, covered in cheese, covered in chili, yum. And in Germany, tater tots are called potato gems. So there you go. If you go to Australia and you ask for tater tots, they will look at you silly. So you have to ask for potato gems. All right, there we go. Back to our casserole. We must add our hashed browned potatoes. So I'm just gonna open the package. These are in the frozen food section. You do need to let them defrost, okay? So either set them out for a bit or put them in the microwave on the defrost setting. This is a huge bag, 32 ounces. 32 ounces, it's a big package. In we go, right? There we go. Okay, The next thing we need, because I'm adding, okay, so that by itself, once we add some cheese, would have been the casserole, the funeral potatoes. But wait, there's more. You were just talking about tater tots the other night. How funny. 2 cups of chicken. Now, my grocery store sells these big packages of chicken. Remember, my kids call it chicken on a bone. Chicken that is like the leg and the thigh all attached. You know, it's all that one big piece. And I hit the mother load. I got a package that had 8 of them in there. 8, I mean, that's big. Those things are big. 8 for $4.30. Mother load. So I just put all of those, dumped them out of the package into a big pot, put a lid on it, and stuck it in the oven for 350 for about an hour. Took it out. We had chicken last night. Chicken. There was 2 left over, and the 2 gives me 2 cups of chicken. So there you go. 2 cups of chicken, all shredded off the bone. In we go. Lovely dish. You love my dish, don't you? I love my dish. Okay, the next thing we're gonna add. So now we have meat and potatoes. So you people and anybody from Oklahoma? Oklahoma is I lived there for like 13 years. Oklahoma is a big meat and potato place. But you know what? We should look a little healthy, so we're gonna add a veggie. Now you can add the veggie of your choice. I decided to go with broccoli. Broccoli is a nice green color. It'll add some color, and quite frankly, I was thinking broccoli cheese casserole the other night, and so I was like, hey, I'll use broccoli. Now this is sad to say. Frozen broccoli, again, you need to defrost it or stick it in the microwave. Sad to say, this says broccoli cuts. Now, let me just talk about frozen broccoli for a moment because it bugs me. Love Enid, Oklahoma. Yay, Christy, because that's where I'm from. That's where I went to high school. Yay. Broccoli cuts is different than if you get a bag and it says broccoli florets, because broccoli cuts has a lot of these pieces in it, right? And this piece is okay, but it's not that piece. That's the yummy piece. Okay, that being said, broccoli florets are a little bit more expensive, and this bag is $1. $1, right? We're going cheap here. So we can do with a little bit. So in we go. Color. Oh, the color. Okay, so we got that. So now we have meat, we have potatoes, we have broccoli. What could make this better? Cheese. Cheese could make it better. Okay, so you're gonna need about 8 ounces, 8 ounces, a cup of shredded cheddar cheese. You can shred it yourself, and I'm using this finely shredded because it was in the cheese drawer. For me, 8 ounces is like 2 big handfuls. So there you go. You know Cindy's method of measuring. Pinches, a dab, a smidge. There you go. Okay, now this is a huge casserole, isn't it? But you know what? I gotta feed a lot of people here. There's a lot of people to feed. So we gotta mix all that up. Man, I'm getting an arm workout. It's kind of like the other day when we did the pimento cheese and I grated all that cheese on the grater. I thought my arm was gonna ache for days. I know, I'm old and I'm out of shape. Okay, there we go. Now, we need a big ol', we need a big ol' 9x13. Go get your 9x13. Okay, here's mine. I always spill every time I'm on this show, right? I always spill. So I'm gonna do it this way so that I can see the stuff coming out versus I always want you to see it, but that means I can't see it and that means I spill it everywhere. Okay, we're coming this way now. I got most of it in there. Come on out. Oh, this makes so much. And this is a great potluck, especially if you have a big family, you have people coming over. This actually will freeze well. So if you wanted to, you could divide this up into 2 baking dishes or 2 dishes, right? You could bake it, you could bake half for your family. Put the other, just like this, you could put it in a ziptop freezer bag. Make sure it's a freezer bag and not a storage bag. Storage bags, the plastic isn't solid. It actually has little vent holes in it. And so that doesn't work in the freezer. Okay, I'm smushing it all down. Oh, look at that big old chunk of broccoli. Yum. Broccoli and cheese. This would be pretty perfect, wouldn't it? Except that this does not have the piece de resistance, which is on every casserole of funeral potatoes, which is Kellogg's Corn Flakes. You must have the rooster. Now, you know that I use the store-bought, I know, look through the lips and over the gums, look out stomach, here it comes. I know, you know that I am the biggest generic brand, store-bought brand, find the cheapest person in the world. But there are a few things that you do not buy generic for, and for this casserole, this is one of them. Maybe it's a copyright thing. Let me cover it up. I don't know. You must use the rooster. I'm just telling you, it's important. It won't taste the same. 4 cups. I have put 4 cups of those lovely little flakes in a zip top bag. I'm gonna seal it up. Now, you can get your rolling pin and smash these, but me, just think about somebody, right? I miss my, whatever. Okay, here we go. Smash it up. It doesn't have to be horribly small. You just want to smash it up a little. 4 cups. Okay, you know what I forgot to add to the casserole? Doggone it. Doggone it. See, this is why you're on this show. Ugh. Because I screw up. At least you know I'm honest. I could fib and say I did all this right and then just make the recipe correct. But that would be a big old fib. Watch what I did wrong. Back into the big bowl it goes. Oh, aren't you shaking your head going, why do we watch this girl? How many times, I do have to tell you, I've done this several times where I made a recipe and then I realized after I put it in the oven that I forgot to get it. Then I pull it out, but the pan is hot and I'm burning my fingers and I'm trying to get it out so I can mix it back in, but I'm screwing it up. Okay, there it is. It's back. It's back in there. I'm so sorry. Butter. We need a half a cup of butter and I forgot it. So remember that we melted 2 sticks? That's a 1 cup. We need half of that in here. What a moron. What a moron. Okay, now stir it back up. See, that was gonna be a big mistake. We wouldn't have ooey gooey yumminess if I'd have let that out. Okay, stirring it back up. I'm so sorry. At least you know. I gotta stop eating everything. I'm gonna gain 12,000 pounds. Okay, now back in the bowl with the butter, because butter is great. All right, butter and cheese, sour cream, cream of chicken soup, hash brown potatoes, 2 cups of shredded chicken, and our spice and our broccoli, frozen broccoli. Let's try this again. Our frozen broccoli, and we had, look, I'm using both of them. I'm a 2-handed spreader. There we go. Our smoked paprika, minced onion, powdered garlic or minced garlic or garlic powder, right? Okay, and then I forgot we did a 1/3 cup, a half and half. Okay, now let's see if I can get this right. Now, here's why I knew I screwed up. The rooster was made where you live in Battle Creek, Michigan. I know, everybody's laughing at me. I know. Hello, Linda, good morning. You could have drizzled the butter over the top. I know, but then it wouldn't be all mixed in. Here's how I knew I'd forgotten the butter. Because now my flakes are in here, crumbled. I'm gonna take the other half of the butter and pour it in the flakes. Oh, butter and flakes. Now I'm gonna give that a little smush. That's a technical cooking term, smush, right? When I used to work for Homemade Gourmet, that's what we did. I did smush meals. That's what they were called in the beginning, smush meals. Okay, there we go. Now the flakes, the lightly sweetened flakes have been coated in a lovely, lovely little spray of butter. And now they are perfect. Oh my gosh, they are perfect. So we just take our little, and it smells so good. This is it. This is like the recipe. You're gonna go, oh, it's gonna bring back so many memories. If you didn't grow up eating this, you are gonna say, okay, maybe I'll give a second thought to casseroles. I think you will. I think you will. Look how pretty that is. Okay, there we go. 350 degrees for about 50 minutes. There you go. You do not cover. You just put it in just like this. And they're going to crisp up even more because of all that butter. It's gonna be so good. So good. Okay. Woo! I'm so glad we made it through that. I didn't think I would. I thought I screwed up everything. Well, that being said, we now have to come up with another recipe. What's the other recipe, Cindy? Because you did say a melted celebration, didn't you? I did. Hey, so since you're here, I can't believe I never made this with chicken and broccoli. I know, isn't it exciting? It's exciting, yay. It's pumped up, pump you up. Don't forget, since we're in the middle here and I have your attention, don't forget, if you are not following Cindy's Kitchen on Facebook, you can follow us, hit the notification button, and you'll get a little ding when we start, so you never forget. Also, you can, if you're having trouble finding the recipes, you can go to Cindy's Kitchen on YouTube, and if you subscribe to that, then you can see the recipes right there in the pull-down menu. So you don't, if you've already watched the video, you don't have to watch it all over, and you know where the recipes are. Easy peasy. Okay, this one, if you have grandchildren or small children, or you're just a child at heart, this is the cake. Now, I saw this online for a long time, and I was skeptical. Then I decided I would make it. And I kind of liked it the way they made it, but I had to make a few little tweaks. One of the tweaks is gonna make you go, really? That is not so easy. But it is. Okay, we need another big bowl, a sifter. Oh, it already had flour in it. Spatula. Okay. This recipe at first calls for self-rising flour. I did not have self-rising flour. You know, it took me 2 months to find bread flour, but I do not have self-rising flour, but I have all-purpose flour. There is a way, so here you'll learn something else. You cannot just substitute. So if a recipe calls for self-rising flour, you cannot just substitute all-purpose flour. Why is that? Because all-purpose flour is missing 2 ingredients to be self-rising flour, but you can turn it into that. So here's what you need. You need, no, I did not. Okay, let's get rid of the hash brown casserole. Let's go over here. You're gonna need 1.5 cups, so I'm using my half measuring stick, or measuring cup. 1, 2, 3, that's the 1.5 cups. 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. Now, if you have self-rising flour, you're done. That's all you gotta do, but I don't. Then, you're gonna need 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt. Now, let me tell you why this measurement makes no sense. If you pull out your measuring spoons, I don't care what brand you have, there is no such thing as a 3/4 teaspoon. It just doesn't exist. There is no 3/4 teaspoon. There is a 1/4 teaspoon, so we have to use that and do it 3 times. So you need 3/4 teaspoon of salt. So 1, 2, 3, okay? And then you need a full tablespoon of baking powder. Baking powder. Remember, I always tell you, be careful. There is a difference between baking powder and baking soda. Baking soda is in those little orange boxes. That's not what we need. We need baking powder. And a full tablespoon of baking powder, okay? Now, when we mix all that together, we have turned, magically, we have turned all-purpose flour into self-rising flour. Now, I'm gonna sift this, and I'm gonna sift it because the recipes I saw did not call to sift it. But what I found is that it was a little dense. Like, it tasted good, don't get me wrong, but it was just a little dense. Like you had to chew a little bit, and it was okay, but no. And so I had to improve upon the okay, because if you're gonna do what we're about to do, It needs to be awesome. Okay, so that didn't take long. There you go. Now, to this is it, right? Flour. If you had self-rising flour, you'd have been done already. Here's what we add. Get out your ice cream scoop. What, Cindy? Yes, get out your ice cream scoop. And you are gonna use, you gotta melt the ice cream. Now, I don't know where you live, but I live in Texas. Hold on, I gotta get the, or do I still have it here? Do I? Oh, I can use this one. I live in Texas. And in Texas, we have Bluebell ice cream. Yum! It is so good. But you can use, if you're in Oklahoma, you can use Brahms. I don't know, whatever your favorite ice cream is. Good morning, Sandy. Judy, Cindy, my all-clad measuring spoons have a 3/4 teaspoon. Really? I did not, I'm impressed with you. Sandy is a hairdresser in Enid, right, Sandy? And so everybody say hi to Sandy. They're just reopening. Okay, so we need 2 cups. 2 cups. 1. Look at that. Oh my gosh. I didn't measure it. I just scooped this full of vanilla ice cream because I was thinking, well, if it's more than 2 cups, I can drink the rest. Okay, that's it. Oh my gosh, that's it, right? No, Cindy. What about eggs? What about oil or butter? What about, no, because our ice cream has all of that in there. The self-rising flour, or what we made to be self-rising flour, has all of the baking stuff that we need to have this thing rise, has this sucker rise. And the ice cream has eggs and vanilla and butter. I mean, it has all the good stuff already in it. Milk. Oh, so good, so good. And sugar. Oh, it smells good. Now, this is delightful all by itself. This is just homemade vanilla, Bluebell homemade vanilla ice cream. That's all that is. So we're stirring it up just to mix up the flour so we don't have any big old flour lumps, right? This would be fine all by itself. And yet, it is not. So I'm gonna add, because you knew I would, I'm adding some mini chocolate chips. Doesn't that sound good? So this is about, how much do you think that is? That looks to be about 1/2 cup. It's whatever was in my bag. 1/2 cup, we'll say. You want to use butterscotch chips? You want to use peanut butter chips? You want to use cinnamon chips? You can use whatever your little heart desires. I really wanted to make, my favorite ice cream growing up was mint chocolate chip. And I thought it would be really cool to put the Andes mints in there. You have Bluebell in Michigan? Oh my gosh, Joanne. There you go. You're in Illinois and you have Blue Bunny. Yes, I've seen Blue Bunny. Okay, so now, but anyway, my favorite was mint chocolate chip. So I thought it would be really cool to get the bag. You know, they sell the bags of the like crushed up Andes mints, right? And I thought, oh, this would be so awesome, right? I know what time it is. And so this would be so awesome. You know, my friend Jessica, she's the one that's always passing me notes and stuff. She was walking over here to give me the big thing that says it's 11:30. Stop with the yakety yak and finish cooking. I know. Too much yakety yak. Anyway, 11:30. There you go. Go away. So, but I didn't have any in the pantry, and I wasn't. So, mini chocolate chips it is. You don't have vanilla ice cream or chocolate ice cream is your favorite, you can put that in here. Rocky Road ice cream, peach ice cream. You can put anything in, any kind of ice cream in here you want. Whatever is your favorite. I will tell you, do not add anything into here that adds more liquid. So don't add something like applesauce or something else that's liquid, because then you're gonna mess everything up. Okay, so we have flour, fixed flour, right? So if you had self-rising flour, 2 cups of melted vanilla ice cream, and 1/2 cup of mini chocolate chips. Any chocolate chips you want, or none at all. Okay, ready? You need a baking dish. This one is, I'll measure it as soon as I get it in here. Whatever size, oh, there we go. You can make this into bread. So you could put this in a loaf pan and make it kind of look like a bread. You could put it in a bundt pan and make it look like a bundt cake, because then in fact it would be that, right? Or you can do what I'm doing. I just thought, this would be easier. And it's a pretty dish. Okay, so in case you were curious, because somebody's gonna ask me, this dish is, well, the inside of it is 10 by 8, 8 by 10, 10 by 8, whatever. Okay, I'm gonna spread this out, and you're gonna say, it's a little low, Cindy, and it is, but it'll shape right up. Now, you say, Cindy, that is so lovely. I cannot wait to eat a cake with melted ice cream in it and chocolate chips. What a joy. This will be. But it's a celebration day because today is Saturday and it's a beautiful day. The sun is shining. It is a celebration. And when it's a celebration, what do you need? Rainbow sprinkles. You need rainbow sprinkles. And so we are going to take the rainbow sprinkles and we are going to put that all the way across. Before we put it in the oven to bake it, why yes. But won't they melt, Cindy? They will not. It will be beautiful and lovely and you will say, oh my gosh, celebration ice cream cake. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. Want to see what it looks like when it's done? Oh, I'll show you. Here's one I already did this morning. Look, a piece is gone because I had to eat that one. Look how pretty. The sprinkles did not all melt away. Come on, give me some thumbs up. Give me some hearts. That was awesome. Yes, you need to spray or butter your pan before you put the batter in, unless you have Polish pottery. But yes, spray your pan. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so that goes into the oven, 350 degrees for 40 to 45 minutes, okay? Now, depending on your pan, remember that if you're using a dark pan, that tends to cook things faster, a lighter pan, I mean, you may have to adjust your times. Pay attention, it'll get a nice golden brown. Have your toothpick handy so you can stick it in the middle and make sure your cake is all done. Yes, isn't that a party? I thought kids would love this, and especially since it had melted ice cream in it, right? Okay, so that's gonna go in the oven. So what did we make today? We made an awesome funeral potatoes, but not funeral potatoes. We pumped up those potatoes with chicken and broccoli. So we took that age-old potluck casserole and amped it up. And then, and of course, covered it with frosted flakes and butter. And then we made an awesome melted ice cream celebration cake. Isn't that awesome? I have some exciting news. For those of you that stayed on for the whole show, you have exciting news. Remember when I got on and I said that today was a glorious day, that today the sun was shining? Let me tell you why. This is why it was. This morning, I did not make coffee. I did not make coffee this morning. And my calves, the back of my calves are sore. Why is that, you ask? Why is the back of your calf sore? Because I am only 5'4", 5'4", and my husband is 6'1". The man is home. He is home. He is home. We hugged. We hugged. We kissed. It was a glorious day. 86 days, and he is now home. 86 days. So, Cindy's Kitchen family, we are back together. Everybody say hi, Dr. Bertle. Yay! So, from our kitchen today, from our kitchen to your kitchen, I hope you have a lovely day. Don't forget, Sunday's our day of rest, but we'll be back on Monday at 11 o'clock. Love you guys. See you later.